Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of a sports community live streaming. As predicted last week, we're seeing peak sports bodies now roll out their strategies and their processes and their methodologies for community sports clubs for the processes that they'll need to use to reopen, re-engage with the community. So that's really, really exciting. So community sports clubs, if you haven't yet received that information from your peak sports body, then go onto your state and national sports body website and have a look and see if that information is in fact released for your sports. But we're seeing lots and lots of sports come through now that will take the theory that we've talked about down to the specifics for your sport. One of the things that happened last week was there was a lot of commentary late in the week about mental health, and the mental health framework was presented to the national cabinet of premiers and the prime minister, and a position was created within the chief medical officer's department specifically for mental health. So I'm really, really excited about this week. What sports community in partnership with Love You, Love Me Foundation and Vic Health are all coming together to bring you 4 webinars on mental health run by Lance Picioane, ex-AFL footballer who created or founded the Love Me, Love You Foundation to really talk about mental health and empower clubs to deal with or support its community as they're going through mental health issues and experiences. So before I show you how to register for these 4 free webinars this week, that I really encourage at least one person from every club, and it could be a coach, committee member, parent, anyone who's interested in creating their community, creating their club, come on board to these free webinars and have a look at them. So I'm just going to show. Sorry, everybody. I pressed the wrong button, so I do sincerely apologize for that, as I was trying to be clever and show you the Love Me, Love You Foundation website that has some really key information, just general information. And what we know about mental health now is one in 4 Australians live with a mental health illness. 3 in 4 suicides are male. And one of the things coming out of last week was that there's an expectation that suicides have the potential to increase significantly and dramatically. So we need to make sure that's not the case. 3 in 4 mental illnesses start before the age of 25. All right, so that's our club. That's a large part of our club community, is that under 25. But the most fearsome statistic coming out, 3 in 5 people with mental illness don't seek help. And so that's kind of the foundation that Lance and the Love Me, Love You Foundation are trying to overcome, is raising the awareness, raising the information about what are the characteristics that might highlight that someone may be suffering from a mental illness, and then what support and how do we have those discussions. So Lance, as Lance will talk about in his webinars, he's an AFL footballer, and had a journey of depression, anxiety, and now using that experience to help others. So if I go to the webinars specifically, so the webinars that are running today for committee members, parents, coaches, anyone that's interested, these are free webinars made possible by Vic Health and the Love Me, Love You Foundation. They start at 1 p.m. today and 7 p.m. today, and again on Wednesday, 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. So the way that you register, you can either click on the link on this video post, or you can just go directly to the sports community website, www.sportscommunity.com.au, Very first thing you'll see is the Love Me, Love You. Oops, let me get out of that. The Love Me, Love You banner, which will take you to the registration page. You'll see the 4 times and register for the one that is most relevant, most convenient for you. So I can't say this more strongly and more passionately that clubs really need to make sure that someone from their club is attending these sessions, because what we've been saying over and over again over the last 8 weeks since the shutdown has taken place, that as sports starts and reopens, it's going to look very different to when it shuts. What we're now starting to realize are our people are going to be feeling very different to the way that when sports shuts down as well. So again, we want to be in a position to be able to recognize those people with those challenges and to provide some support in a really sympathetic and compassionate way that overcomes any of the issues really quickly, from magnifying to be really significant and ultimately ending in that catastrophic suicide rate. So please, I say this every time, and lots of people do share the podcast, and we really, really appreciate it. But please share this webinar. Sorry, it's not a podcast. It's not a webinar. It's a live stream. Please share this one. But more than that, tag the people in your club that you think would be best suited to attending these really important sessions. And let's really raise the profile of mental health this week as our clubs are coming back. So I'm Steve Pallas. Go to the Sports Community website, www.sportscommunity.com. Click on the Love Me, Love You banner. Join us today at 1 p.m, 7 p.m, and then again on Wednesday, 1 p.m, 7 p.m, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Join Lance Picioane as he takes us through his journey and the tools and resources that are available for us as community sports clubs to help our community. So hopefully until today at 1 o'clock when you join me for the first webinar, I'm Steve Pallas, and thank you so much for being part of our sports community. And we've just got to log off, which from a technical perspective, this webinar has not, this live stream has not been delivered very well, but the message is really important. So until tomorrow, bye for now. Oh, still not gone.